California Quakes crazy train is out of control and heading full speed toward the Florida Sundogs. There's trouble ahead and trouble behind as these longtime enemies take to the track. And with the impending Founders Cup tournament, both teams are going to be a little hard to handle. It's the end of the RollerJam world as we know it, as the California Quakes and the Florida Sundogs meet in the final game of the regular season, next on RollerJam.
From Orlando, Florida, and Universal Studios, this is the World Skating League, a marquee matchup as the California Quakes take to the bank track against the Florida Sundogs. Welcome, everyone, to RollerJam Arena. I'm Ken Resnick, along with Lee Rehrman and our roller derby legend, Buddy Atkinson Jr. Both of these teams have their sights set on bringing home the upcoming Founders Cup from the tournament, and they need this game. They both have said they want to fine-tune their offense and their defense. Some great matchups, and Hawk, whenever you talk about the Quakes and the Sundogs, you have to talk about Sean Atkinson and Bill Barker.
Well, Sean Atkinson, we know the attack, we know the back attack, we know that he can attack just about anybody, and he does it with flair. Then you got Bill Barker. He's kind of like the silent killer. He gets it done with play. He's not a cheerleader. He doesn't do a lot of song and dance. He just brings it right to you physically, Ken.
And, Buddy, on the other side, on the women, you have to talk about Denise Loden and Stacy Blitch. Stacy very unhappy about the engagement of Denise to Sean, and also Stacy Blitch knows if she gets the better of Denise, she makes a real statement.
Well, I'll tell you something I feel about Stacy. Very dynamic, powerhouse. She'll go to the limit. She'll sacrifice her body. Bang, bang, bang. On the other hand, you've got Denise, an experienced playmaker, a tacticianer, somebody who will put you in a position and then take advantage of that position. And we want to talk about a clash. Both of them are physical ladies.
Oh, there is no question. Now, one possible wild card, Rusty Montgomery and Sean Atkinson seemingly have put their differences aside. Will it continue?
Well, Rusty Montgomery, if you remember, was just totally furious with this whole thing. Sean Atkinson last time out said, "You believe in me as much as I'll believe in you." They weren't doing it. He was able to pull it out. Now he has promised that he is totally a Quake. He's true blue. We'll see if it plays out or if Rusty Montgomery continues to feud with Sean Atkinson.
And we'll find out right now, because here come the California Quakes. California Quakes come out led by Stacy Blitz. Seemingly, California's put all their differences aside. Sean Atkinson, Rusty Montgomery reunited, and certainly they need to be focusing on this game, fine-tuning everything for the upcoming Founders Cup.
Well, you see them skating together around on the skate-arounds close to each other, Ken. In previous weeks, Rusty Montgomery has avoided Sean Atkinson like the plague. Not so today.
We will find out if it continues, and now here come the Florida Sundogs. Sundogs, as always, led out by Captain Quarterback Denise Loden, seemingly the hottest team in the World Skating League. They have overcome injuries. They have overcome the immigration problems. So many times they have been skating shorthanded, but each and every time they have done down, pulled together, and have come out victorious, and they, without a doubt, are setting their sights on taking home the upcoming Founders Cup, and what better way to go into it with a win over the California Quakes. And starting for those California Quakes, jamming will be Jamie Konomak and Cindy Zimmerman. Blocking Stacy Blitch and the sisters Brooke and Heather Sunderman. For the Florida Sundogs, donning the striped helmets, jamming will be Debbie Rice and Suzanne Shalene. And blocking will be Denise Loden, Andrea Franklin, and Kathy Evangelo. You see Cindy Zimmerman breaking out from the starting line. She likes the very top of the track, and that's always been very, very good to her. And coming right out along with her, stride for stride, is Suzanne Shalene. We have talked about it. Suzanne Shalene, as of late, has really stepped up the physical play. She was always a very quick skater. Rounding out, that's number 38, Jamie Konomak. And here comes Debbie Rice flying around the track. All the other jammers go down. Debbie Rice hopped over both Konomak and Zimmerman. Debbie Rice now using that blinding speed of hers, closing on the pack very quickly. You see Denise Loden pull down the California Quakes, taking down the double block. Debbie Rice goes around, scores 3 very quick points, and calls off the jam. She looked behind her, saw Zimmerman and Kamenak coming up very quickly. A very heads-up play by Debbie Rice, putting 3 points on, calls it off, prevents the Quakes from getting on the board.
Well, again, we know she's fast, but we saw her go up and over 2 piles there, showing a lot of vertical finesse. And right there, the Bod Squad were their own worst enemy as they were battling with Suzanne Chalene, took themselves down. Debbie Rice took advantage of the situation.
And now here's Malibu Stacy Blitz coming out with a jammer helmet for the California Quakes and being pursued by Denise Lowden. Now remember, Stacy Blitz was the most upset over the now engagement of her captain, Sean Atkinson, to Denise Lowden of the Florida Sundogs. There is no love lost between these two, and that is putting it mildly. Keep your eye on it, and this should be a very physical jam, but right now, both jammers concentrating on skating, closing on the path. Certainly Stacy Blitz, and now she sends Lowden into the rail. An opportunity for Blitz to get the Quakes on the scoreboard. She closes in on the pack. That's 34, Kathy Evangelo. She gets by her very quickly. Now Poulsen here takes down Lindsey Francis. Blitz gets away with one, sends Gina Lombardo in the rail, and likewise answers Debbie Rice. Just 3 points with 3 points of her own.
Well, in Malibu Stacy Blitz, Ken, these two, her and Denise Lowden, they were arguing and fighting and battling long before the season started and long before this relationship materialized, and they are not leaving anything to chance now as they still go at it. You have to wonder if Sean Atkinson is going to come to the aid of his engaged girlfriend, Denise Lowden. Well, he's on the sidelines. We'll be back.
Captain of the Quakes, Sean Atkinson.
Sean, in the past, you would have gone out and yelled at Stacy for doing that to Denise, or you would have helped Denise, but you didn't either.
I'm a true blue California Quake, but Denise can fight her own battles. I'm not going to get involved.
I would completely agree with Sean Atkinson, but I would suggest that Denise Lowden was not exactly overjoyed to hear those comments from her fiancé.
Somebody's sleeping in the yard tonight.
And now you see Amy Craig, number 30, breaking out of Fairhope, Alabama, and here comes Debbie Rice. These, without a doubt, the 2 fastest girls on the track for their respective teams as both clubs decide to turn to speed in this one. And remember, we're all knotted at 3 midway through this opening period. The final game before the Founders Cup tournament. Both the Quakes and Sundogs want to go into this one with a big win. Down goes one of the Sundogs. Debbie Rice looked like she had a skate problem. And Brooke Sunderman takes down yet another of the Florida Sundogs as the California Quakes. And Amy Craig puts some points on the board. Craig now very alertly seeing Debbie Rice coming up from behind. Cut off the jam, but not before putting the Quakes into the lead by a score of 5-3.